everyone. I woke up to the news today that Kannada radio jockey Rachana passed away yesterday afternoon after having a heart attack. She was just 39 and she complained of chest pain. By the time she was taken to the hospital, she was declared brought dead. Death is always disturbing, for most people anyway. And this has been a difficult month. I think in the last 10 days, we've gotten news of around 7 to 8 people in our circle passing away. Some of them were parents, old parents suffering for a long time. Some of them were parents who were not suffering and they suddenly died. And one of them was actually a suicide case where, sadly enough, astrologically, they were aware that this was a possibility and they still couldn't prevent it. She was a very sweet young girl. I've spoken to her. It's very hard to imagine these things, you know. Now, the question this brings me to is, are we learning from this? Because especially in a country like India, death has become so mundane, so common, so often, that we've shut our eyes to the possibility. We've all just assumed that we're going to live a long, long life. And the rest has assumed that we're going to die relatively early, so it's okay to not take care of your health. Now, this is the tricky bit in life, right? We cannot assume anything. We cannot assume that we will die early. We cannot assume that we will die late. The thing is, we often tend to do both as an excuse to do things that are actually harming us. I invite you to do a little exercise that we did a lot, we still do as a family. We tend to ask this question: if I died right now, would I regret anything? Is there anyone I wish I had said I love you to? Is there someone I wish I had said sorry to? Will I have any guilt, any regrets in terms of unfulfilled desires, any regrets in terms of the things that I have done? So just take a moment to reflect on that. It can be scary to contemplate death. Don't worry, thinking does not make people die, otherwise suicide would never be needed, right? Thinking about death does not cause it. Thinking about death, on the other hand, can help you be a lot more alive. Now, I'd like you to consider the opposite question. What if you're actually going to live for a very long time? Are you living the sort of life that will help you sustain a healthy body and a healthy mind up to, say, the age of 80 or 90, and some people live past 100? If that is what your destiny has in store for you, are you prepared to live healthy until 100? Or are you going to live like a vegetable for the last 40 years of your life? This, I feel, is even more pertinent than the initial part. Because if you die, you're gone. Your suffering is over. If you don't, people imagine death is the worst thing ever, but there are a lot of things that are far worse than death, and being a vegetable is one of them. If you are not eating the right foods, if you are not giving your body the amount of exercise that it needs, not too much, not too less, not something too harsh, not something too gentle, if you are not taking care of your body will not be able to survive. If you are not taking care of your mind, if you are not learning something new, if you're not developing a new skill, your mind will start to rust, and by the time you hit 60 or 70 or 80, you will start to become demented. Your mind will start to fail. Are you exercising all the relevant muscles in your life? Your physical muscles, your mental muscles, your muscles of kindness. Because you know what? We tend to forget that as we get old, patterns get fixed. Everybody, especially in India, imagines that spirituality and God is something we do when we get old. But the thing is, if you haven't developed the habits of kindness, gentleness, you will just become a horrible, mean old person. So, are you being kind to your body, to your mind, to the people that you love? That is my invitation for you today. Let us gain from the sudden, sad news that we are faced with in the last 1 month. That's all for today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.